Hello, welcome back to FrogComposband with our Igor Duelist. So last time we were trying to do various dungeons with somewhat varying levels of success. I think we've finally found our niche here in Camelot. This is a dungeon that doesn't really require us to have fantastic resistances, and it looks like, based on how we were doing last time, we're able to take out the knights without much issue. So this time I think we just want to continue hanging around in Camelot and seeing if we can scrounge together some good equipment here. Let's recall out for the moment. We can put some stuff back in our house. I think we've also got a couple of wanted monsters to turn in. We can do that as well. Okay, let's drop off one of our staves of enlightenment. I guess that's it. Pick up the head of Bloodfang. Get ourselves some potions of speed, which is nice. We were running a bit low. And I guess we'll just head back down immediately. Oh, there is a Wand of Stone to Mud here. That's probably worth buying. There is a guaranteed Wand of Stone to Mud in one of the quests in Anambar, but I don't know if I'll get around to doing that one for a while. So this will be good in the meantime. But yeah, back down to Camelot. I think I'm willing to dive down to near the bottom. We probably can try fighting the Dungeon Guardian. Let's see, do we have any fire resistance? We have 0 fire resistance, so let's just leave Mario be. He's friendly. Let's see. Definitely can take out some trolls while we're here. These guys breathe poison. Not a huge issue. We actually have quite a lot of poison resistance. We also, I forgot to mention, we found this rapier last time, right at the end. So Gawain dropped it, and that was a big boost in our damage, which is nice. So I think we were doing, 119 against evil and good with this Saber of Slaying. With this rapier, we are doing 145 and 161 if the enemy doesn't have frost resistance. So that's pretty nice. Okay, let's see. Arthur is not nearby, but that's fine. I'm a bit worried about him sneaking up on us because we don't... Oh, Nexus Breath. It's not good. Something breathed Nexus on us. I guess it was the questing beast. 250. Oh, that could have gone very poorly. Let's immediately recall out of here. Make sure that we are full up health. And hopefully we don't run into that guy again. I guess if we do have these boots with Nexus resistance on them. I don't know if it's actually worth bringing them down. Don't think we're likely to run into him again. Let's actually go to the town where we can restore our stats. See if we can pick up some more healing as well. Potions of speed is nice. Let's pick up those. And I guess we just head back down. Okay, well there's Arthur there. He does hit to confuse, which is kind of dangerous. But I think I am willing to try and fight him. We get in a stunning hit like that, keep those up, shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, that actually worked out really well. Go for Constitution. And there's Camelot done. Let's probably just recall out just so we can sort through this stuff in peace. Actually, we don't need shields. We can never wear shields. Broad Spear of Slaying. 161. Yeah, okay, so the rapier is much better. You can just leave that. But that's good to have cleared out Camelot. Probably just continue going down there just to grind up some more experience. Should be much safer now. There are some Earthhounds on this level. They will destroy our potions if we let them, so actually just avoid that situation entirely, I think, is the best play. Ah, that's annoying. Because we recalled right as we identified the file, that artifact is now lost, so we're never going to run into that again. Not a huge deal, because the file is not the best artifact ever, but a little bit annoying. Could do with source of light that doesn't require oil. Okay, Mordred is here as well. He's faster than Arthur, so he might actually be more dangerous. But the fight against Arthur went so well that I am tempted to give it a try. Let's actually haste now before we get over there. We got confused by the dragon, that's fine. Okay, haste again. We don't have any heroism, but hopefully we'll be okay. Managed to get in a couple of stunning blows right away. Yep, cool. Worked out really well. So we were struggling last time, but I think finally starting to come into our own a little bit more and actually start to be really good at fighting things, which is kind of the whole point of the Duelist class. And once we get some good resistances going, we can head over to Lonely Mountain and start killing dragons, which is when things will really start to get rolling, I think. We're not quite there yet. Lugdush, the Orc, we can definitely try and kill him. The Dread Knight. Okay, this guy can't summon monsters. Must be the Death Knight that I'm thinking of. Yeah, anything that can summon is something to be wary of, because we are still not great at fighting multiple enemies at a time. Well, speaking of a light source, dropped a Feanorian lamp there, which is nice. Okay, Lugdush has woken up. And he's down. We are confused at the moment, which is not great. Let's haste. Cure out of that. Taking a lot of damage, let's teleport. Yeah, even though we're quite strong against a single target, we can still run into situations like that, where we take a lot of damage very quickly. I guess this guy breathes fire, which we don't resist yet. Okay, I think that's all the orcs. Yeah, unfortunately, this armor would be really nice to wear. I'm pretty sure it's going to be too heavy. Yep, that's disrupting our duelist talent, so we can't actually wear that. Found a leather armor of resistance. That would be ideal. another one of Stone to Mud is definitely worth picking up. Just recall out to reset. Okay, nothing much on this level. But that's fine. It's easy enough to recall out, recall back in. Two potions of resistance are nice because we are lacking our resistances at the moment. I do want to find some more knights though, if I can. It's probably the best way of getting our equipment up. It looks like at some point we actually got +1 to our speed. I'm guessing from the Duelist class. We're no longer at -1 from the Igor race bonus, or malus I guess. So, it's nice I guess. Yeah, let's drop off the Phanorian lamp. We can drop our brass lantern, we don't need that anymore. I am tempted to go and do some quests to get the Rod of Detection. It's kind of annoying having to wait for these devices to recharge constantly. I mean, I guess we'd still have to wait for that to recharge, but at least then we would only have to use one device. Let's just back away from all these guys. Okay, there is a unique here, but this is a real mess of a room. Let's just go back down. Quiver of Protection we've already got, not that we need it. I think we discovered last time that we are absolutely terrible at archery. Okay, we got a Trap Master. Let's detect traps just because he's probably, yep, put a bunch around us. And looks like there's not much on this level, we can just recall out. Actually, let's not get Chaos Breath. That could cause us issues. Right. I think I will continue doing Camelot for the moment. Let's say until the next level. And then if we haven't gotten anything better equipment-wise, we can go do some quests instead. Okay, there is a unique here. Looks like there's nothing too dangerous around. The jumping fireball is going to destroy our staves if we let him. No, we don't actually. I thought we had potions of resist heat and cold, but we don't. Looks like he's kind of trapped in his little room anyway, so we should just be able to dig this unique out. And he dropped his heart, which is actually -con, so that's not very useful. Nothing else worthwhile. Okay, let's head down a different stair. No uniques there. Okay, another Camelot Knight, that's good. Taste. And I kind of want to be this distance away. I haven't really spoken about this, but when you challenge a monster, they automatically wake up. And if you're more than a few tiles away, they're probably going to try and cast one of their spells. But if you are one tile away, most likely they're going to try and step towards you for melee. So whenever I'm challenging things that are asleep, I usually try to be at this distance from them. And if that worked in that case, he walked towards us instead of casting a spell. Okay, that guy was pretty easy. Artifact Executioner Sword. Not useful for us, meant to say. Because the weight limit that duelists have, but we can definitely pick it up and potentially use it for reforging. I think that was a fireball. It's probably an archvile. Let's just teleport away before he destroys our staves. Staff, rather. And I guess we'll recall out. Ooh, whoa. That guy did a lot of damage very quickly. Okay, let's drop off this. We don't need the eyes of a bat. And head back down. Shelob, there. 204 Darkness Breath. Only 0 speed though. Feel like we can probably take her. We don't have any dark resistance, but I think we'll be okay if we get a few good hits in quickly. Looks like a bunch of ogres are coming for us, but it's fine. Okay, so if we dig in from this bottom left corner, I guess we can take out the giant yellow scorpion and then try and kill Shelob. Actually, I kind of want to dig in this way. She didn't act upon waking up, so I guess we can just charge her. The more damage we do, because this is a breath attack, the damage that breath attacks do is based on the monster's current health, so the more that we're damaging her, the less damage she's going to be able to do to us. Yeah, she's already fleeing. Annoyingly, she's around a corner, so we kind of have to move ourselves. Our charge won't be able to hit her from where we're standing. Okay, but we managed to take her out. Dropped a dagger, artifact dagger. That could also be a good weapon. So currently 161 frost versus 162 electricity. Let's see, what does this actually give us? Get resistance to electricity and shards versus... What am I looking at? Okay, cold and light resistance and 1 speed. Oh, actually no, the 1 speed is from the rapier, I guess. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. I think I'm confusing speed bonuses with ninjas. Ninjas do get speed bonuses when they level up, and monks I think. I guess duelists don't. We'll hang on to the dagger, but I think the rapier is probably a better weapon. Let's just go back down. Okay, nothing much on this level. Let's just reset. Well that's what summoned that, I guess. Don't want to be within line of sight of that guy. Manticore can take. That's a fairly low level unique abortion. There's an ancient black dragon, and this looks like a special room. To acid resistance, 50%. I'm willing to burn a potion of resistance. What else was around? Nothing I'm really keen to fight. Just back up out of here, I think. Oh, we got confused. Okay, managed to get a potion of intelligence out of that guy at least. That's something. Let's well, I guess we don't really need wisdom. Probably just leave that drained. Don't think I want to do the next quest in that line. Would like to restore my life rating though. Okay. We do have a unique right here. Kind of been caught off guard, which is not great. We're already at half health. Let's go back down and then just cure ourselves up. We're pretty low on healing actually. We can try fighting. This is immune to stunning, okay. Managed to take him out anyway. Okay, so because I noticed we're pretty low on healing, I think we just pull out and try and buy some more potions. Okay, no potions there. I guess curing, we may as well just buy some more of that. Cure serious wounds anywhere. Okay, here we go, here's a few. And I'm going to check out the black market as well, just in case there is some speed. I guess while we're doing a trip of all the towns, we should probably also do a little bit more of the arena. And I forget what quest we're up to here. Ginny's Cavern. I still don't know about that one. I guess we do have pretty decent electricity resistance. Yeah, why not? Let's just see if we can take that one. I think I will buy a potion of resistance actually. Let's actually haste before we go in. They managed to take that guy out before he summoned anything. And quest done. Ah, beautiful. This is exactly the sort of item that we want to find. This is a robe, so it's nice and light, and we finally have resistance to the base elements. So I feel much more confident now about going down into dungeons. Very nice. Let's drop off this. Actually, we don't ever need a Stinking Cloud one, we can just drop that entirely. And I guess I'm not really going to use this Frostbolt either. Drop off our artifact, Filthy Rag. And I forget what the reward for that quest is. Anorian Lamp. Well, +2 stealth is pretty nice. Oh, this is a Darkness Lamp. That is pretty rare. That's a really good find if you're a ninja or something. But for us it is pretty worthless. Let's just drop that back at home. And we can check on where we're up to for the arena. Okay, Spirit Naga. We do have See Invisible. Only one See Invisible. I think that should be okay. Let's pick up some Cure Confusion mushrooms. Some Fast Recovery. And some Cure Poison. Yep, cool. Basilisk is fine, we resist poison and we have free action. Mithril Golem is also fine. I guess we'll pick up Wand of Acid Ball. Shadow Drake. I guess we don't resist Nether, but we also can kill this guy pretty quick. Have Confused Monster. Ogre Shaman, this is the guy that drops the Scroll of Acquirement, so that's pretty handy. I don't think we'll be making use of the Scroll of Acquirement for a while though. Often on characters I'll dive down into Angband 90 something and read the scroll, but our stealth, I guess our stealth isn't so bad now, but we're still pretty squishy I think. We're up to the Biclops, do not have shards resistance, so let's just leave the arena there for the moment. I don't want heroism. Anyway, let's drop that off. And I guess we'll drop the acid ball. Should probably leave these enchant weapon scrolls as well. They're not likely to work on our current weapon. And we've almost hit level 28. Let's just head back down into Camelot. Or I guess we could go to Lonely Mountain now that we've got base resistance. Let's go to Lonely Mountain. See what we've got. Tyrannosaurus, that gives plenty of experience. Some Nexus Hounds though is not a good sign. Let's recall out. Just head back down. We've got a unique here. We can definitely kill that guy. Drop much. Okay, we've got another unique. He does have a shards attack. He's also quite slow. I think we can probably take that guy out. And we just hit 28 off that Drake, so that's nice. Let's haste before we fight this unique here. No idea where he went. Okay, he did try and steal from us, and that made him teleport away. Don't think he actually managed to take anything. Nope. Cool, got him. And he didn't drop anything worthwhile. I guess the Iron Shot crossbow at the moment. Pretty sure that will still have a 5% chance to hit. There's a bone dragon over here, which is pretty dangerous, so let's get out of this level. So we can just drop the iron shot off at home. Okay, we are level 28 now. I guess we can continue doing Lonely Mountain for a little bit. And try and get down a bit deeper. There's a couple of dragons we can try fighting as well. That's unfortunate. We are getting our equipment degraded by fighting some acid dragons. What is our acid resistance? Yeah, we double resist it. I guess we're just getting kind of unlucky. We're out of charges on our devices, so let's just bail on this level. And I guess we can try and boost up our AC a bit. Way up to 60 now, which is actually not bad at all. We're also getting a bonus to AC invisibly against our challenge monster whenever we challenge someone using our duelist ability, so good. There's a speed here. I don't know if I'm actually interested in that enough to buy it. I guess we do now have coverage from our robe. Got 72% cold resist, so I guess it is worthwhile swapping the Ring of Speed over our Ring of Cold. Let's head back down into Lonely Mountain. Okay, a couple dragons that we can go take out, and then we can just head down the stair. Okay, nothing interesting immediately. Let's just keep on downwards. So Lonely Mountain I think ends at dungeon level 40. We do only have one pip of resist fire, which is probably... I mean, I guess that's probably fine if we have a potion of resistance going as well, fighting Smaug. But it is a bit sketchy, I think. So, for the moment, let's just sit at dungeon level 39. And maybe once we're level 30-ish, we can consider fighting the boss monster of Lonely Mountain. Okay. I would like to get the Rod of Detection. So I think I will go and try and finish off some quests in Outpost. We're up to Old Man Willow. Let's go do that. This quest shouldn't be too bad for us. Looks like we can actually kill the Vorpal bunnies without needing to mark them as our foe. We can just wait here in the corner for everything to come towards us. Okay. Just a few more of these Sasquatches left from the looks of it. Flying Willow was no issue at all. That's good. Apparently he does have eyes despite being a tree. And okay, let's get out of here. And the next quest is... that was actually a good ring. Electricity, fire and cold. That's probably worth keeping as a swap. Just in case you run into any fire enemies. In fact, it might be worth just wearing all the time over the Ring of Speed. The resistances are pretty solid when we're wearing that ring. I think I do like that better. Let's drop the Ring of Speed at home. Have plenty of potions from the looks of it anyway. Free action, 2 free action. Probably don't want to swap out one of those amulets then. Anyway, what were we doing? Yeah, Vapor Quest. This quest is probably a little bit trickier for us than it needs to be because, again, we don't really have a nice ranged option. But I think we should be strong enough to actually do this one at this point. So let's use our Wand of Fireball. Try and kill this Shimmering Vortex over here. Okay, good. Let's take him out. Let's see what else. So I want to take out this weird fume as quickly as possible. These guys do confuse, which is a bit annoying. They've also destroyed a few of the rings that were meant to be here. But as soon as we've killed the second with fume, this quest shouldn't be too bad. So let's just challenge him. I guess we have to light up the room and see if we can charge towards him. Okay, it looks like it's just the 2 of them left. See if we can wake him up one by one. Okay, there we go. Not really any useful amulets. Not really any useful rings. I guess we will pick up that one just in case we desperately need more electricity, fire, cold resistance. But the main reason for doing that quest is for the Rod of Detection, so we can now drop off our Detect Traps, Monsters, off this ring, and our amulets. Oh, we don't need the Scrolls of Reset Recall either. There we go, Rod of Detection. So now that we've got that, it's a bit nicer to have than having to spam 2 rods. Also detects objects, which is nice. I don't think I want to fight any of this stuff. Let's just recall out of here. Yeah, there's a unique over this way. This guy's pretty annoying to fight because he teleports around like crazy. We managed to get a good attack in on him. Might be able to one-shot him. Does have confusion branded melee. That's not worth dealing with. Yeah, let's not. Okay, here we go. We've got a few dragons that we can pick off at our leisure. Got some legs of a killer beetle which sustain con. I think our current legs are +2 to con, which is better, so we don't need those. This is an arch file, I guess. We actually do have resist fire now, which is nice. Actually, now that we have resist fire, we should probably go do Doom Quest, because having a staff of teleportation is really useful. Okay, there's something here that's making us go crazy. I guess it's Father Dagon. I think he's a sanity blasting monster. Yep, he is. Let's leave him well alone. Okay, I think let's just leave Lonely Mountain there for the moment and go over to do Doom Quest. We did pick up some potions of resist heat and cold as well just then, which is nice. Yep, we've already picked up the quest. Speed is available, which is good. And I think that's all we need. Okay, so for Doom Quest, we do have decent stealth now. Things shouldn't be waking up immediately. We can also make a beeline for the Elven Cloak, and that'll give us a little more stealth to work with. Before we get in, actually I should check if there's more heroism. Anyway, before we head in, there's a bunch of novice paladins to deal with. Yes, just ignore them. Yep, so we've got our Elven Cloak over here, a few Black Knights. These guys aren't too bad, but they are fast, so we want to make sure we're hasted. There's also these guaranteed potions of Cure Serious Wounds, which is very nice. Yeah, let's wear this cloak. Only +1 to stealth, which isn't great. That door is open. Yep, okay, one of these guys woke up. And one Black Knight left. It's fine, he'll wake up by himself and eventually come over. I guess we could also challenge him through detection to make him wake up. Yeah, he is awake, but he doesn't want to come towards us for some reason. I guess we can just rehaste, apply our resist heat and cold because the Archvile is going to start fireballing us. We only have a wand of fireball for our ranged attack and the Archvile is immune to fire. Okay, I guess we have to just charge over there. Crossbow was nothing special. Okay, I think all we have left are the landmines. And there we go. Doom quest done. Our guaranteed potion of healing is in here. There's a guaranteed dragon scale mail here, but I think this is going to be way too heavy for us to wear. 20 pounds. Yep, that's too heavy for us. Let's see, we can pick up these scrolls of enchant armor. And that's about it, I think. Cool. So now that we've done that, we should be able to get our reward, which will be a Staff of Teleportation, and that's going to be extremely useful for escaping dangerous situations when we are confused. Still don't have any confusion resistance, so getting this is going to make us much safer. How are we doing on our armor enchant? We can bring the cloak up a little bit, and then we can try and read some scrolls to improve it more. Yeah, let's try and read cloak. We actually did manage to get a couple of extra points of AC, so let's try the gloves now. Bad. We got a few extra AC out of that. And I guess we'll just go back down to Lonely Mountain. Actually, I kind of want to check in on 40 and see what Smaug looks like. Let's just haste before we go down, just in case he's like right next to us. Okay, well there is an ancient multi-hued dragon here. He's going to have similar damage, I think, to Smaug. He does 184 fire. That's not the worst. Probably deal with that. What else was around here? Ancient green. We've got real poison, that's fine. Yeah, that's definitely what we should be doing. We should be coming down here and fighting ancient dragons if possible. Well, there's Ring of Speed, +5. That's pretty decent. I think I'm willing to sacrifice acid resistance for more speed. While we're sitting on Lonely Mountain level 40, I don't want to sacrifice any fire resistance just in case Smaug does sneak up on us. But +5 speed is pretty decent. Ancient Red is awake, so presumably he's making his way towards us. I'll just wait here for him. Oh, I guess maybe he's stuck. Yeah, looks like it. The other way then. Okay, there's Smaug. Let's see. So he has 210 fire damage. If we quaff our resist heat and cold, goes down to 168. I think that's manageable. Okay, let's just wait here. He should be coming towards us. Off our heroism. And just see how we go. We are getting some stunning in, so his accuracy is going down, which is good. And again, because we are a duelist, we get an invisible bonus to AC against our foe monster. So he's actually missing quite a lot. I think we are probably in the clear. Okay, we are less resistant to fire. Let's just phase away, get resist heat and cold again, and heal up a bit. Alright, nice. Let's go for Constitution. Didn't get anything from his corpse, but that's fine. Stone of Law. He usually drops the Arkenstone, I think. Is guaranteed. Yeah, there it is. Arkenstone of Thrain. Our current light is just a regular Feanorian lamp, so we can definitely wear that. And we have access to clairvoyance, which is pretty nice. Lets us map the whole level. And I don't think he dropped anything else worthwhile. Nope. Okay, cool. So that was Smaug. He was actually easier than expected. Let's just recall out. Drop off some of our loot. think I want to hang around. Well, actually, no, I should hang on to the acid resistance ring. I want to hang around Lonely Mountain for a while longer, I think. Just kill lots of dragons, get some levels, get some loot. So let's just continue doing that. Okay, there's a great crystal drake. That is extremely dangerous. Let's recall out and try and get away from him. I heard a door burst open, but I don't think it's him. No. A lot of doors burst open, actually. Yeah, we do still have to be careful about dragons that we don't have resistances for, like gold drakes, great crystal drakes, whichever the nether one is called. Those are still pretty dangerous for us. Chaos as well. But for the most part, should be well off doing Lonely Mountain. That ringmail is probably too heavy for us. Telepathy would be nice as well, just so we had more advance warning of things that we're coming up on. Yeah, there's an ancient blue. We're pretty well covered on electricity, so we can definitely fight that guy. Didn't realize he was right next to this mature white, which did wake up. Let's phase away, I think. Don't want to be near these velociraptors either. They can actually do quite a lot of damage in melee. There's some new potions right over here. Store intelligence, okay. Just leave this level. I think when you open a chest, it should remember what level you got it from. So hopefully this will have the appropriate level of loot. I guess the chest wasn't too great. Back down we go. There's an orc unique, all by himself looks like. Does he spawn in this special room? Another great crystal drake. Let's anger this guy. Standing on a ring, that could be a useful ring. Can Othrod summon? He might be able to actually. Yep, he can. Okay, we can't kill the warlock in one hit. I think I'm just going to teleport away in that case. Find the ring. Okay, bunch of exploding ants. They're gonna corrode our gear, so again, I'm out of here. Okay, there's a unique here. He does have a chaos attack, which I don't like. We probably leave him alone then. About this guy. Bone Dragon? Nope, that's the nether one. Yeah, there's a few... This guy's a balance drake. Again, too dangerous, we can just leave. Okay, how about this? This looks a little bit peaceful. think the rock giant does have a shards attack, but probably take him. Let's actually kill the illusionist first. We don't want to get confused while we're fighting that guy. Potion of Dex, that's pretty nice. Yeah, we're definitely capping out on dexterity, which is not great. Would have liked to have started with a higher dexterity cap. 120. Let's quaff a critical wounds. And that brought us up to level 30. We're at 18 con, so hopefully we get a big boost. Not really. I think we've been very lucky with our stats. There's an ancient green. There's also a bunch of awake flame spiders over here. You guys are kind of annoying to deal with. I guess we're not likely to have our stuff burned by them, but there's still a 1 in 66 chance, and I'd rather not have our staves burned. Actually drop off one of these staves of teleport. I will keep the healing on us, just in case we do run into a situation where it can save our lives. These trolls are all awake. Let's just get out of this level. The variant maintainer. Wonder if we can kill him before we get recalled out. Can we get his loot before we get recalled? I guess chaos resistance is worth picking up. The trolls are starting to creep up on us. Let's just continue running away. Okay, there we go. Don't think I'll carry around chaos resistance, but it's good to know that we have the option if we need it. Here we go, Ancient Red, Ancient Black, both of those are worth fighting. And a new potion. Potion of Enlightenment, I guess we can just use it right now. Light up the level. An Archvile is fine. I guess, let's actually just challenge this guy to bring him out. Crown Helm is hard leather cap of seeing. I don't think I care about the wisdom. Let's back up a little bit. Heal back up to full. Hey, teleport other. Perfect. It's always a good one to find. Let's swap our electricity fire cold ring over for this acid resistance ring while we're fighting this guy. And swap it back when we're done. 2 wands of teleport other. Okay, it's pretty nice. I think this guy might have a chaos attack. Doesn't, but he can summon his kin. That could be dangerous, but I am willing to try and fight him. Oh, well, after all talking about not wanting to fight things with chaos, I thought this was a multi-hued, but it's actually a chaos drake. As long as we kill it, it's fine. Don't care about a stomach that lets us breathe this enchantment. Okay, let's haste. Okay, let's teleport. And recall out of here. Those 2 scrolls of enchant weapon. Guess we can just try them. And I guess a wand of Dragon's Flame is better than a wand of Fireball, so let's pick that up. High fail rate on it, but that's okay. Let's drop off some stuff, I think. Don't need 2 wands of teleport either. We probably don't need to carry around all these mushrooms. Save them for the arena. Okay, let's head back down to Lonely Mountain. We'll do maybe a little bit more and then we'll call it. Let's actually check the black market. I think this is... Has this reset? Maybe not. Okay, plenty of dragons we can go fight. There is a crystal drake somewhere and a law drake. Sound and shards, probably don't want to mess with that guy. Dual green though is definitely something we can fight. Wand of Vampirism and short sword over there. I don't think Wand of Vampirism... Well, maybe it is actually. The nice thing about Vampirism is that it permanently reduces the maximum health of whatever you use it on. So if you run into a unique that you're having trouble killing, you can kind of whittle away their max health with this. Although having said all that, I've kind of convinced myself that we will not need it because fighting uniques one-on-one is sort of what we specialize in as a class. Some items over here I'd like to check out, like this cloak and staff, but it looks like a bit of a hassle with all those monsters around. Guess the Q is awake. Does resist teleportation. We can try maybe. Did the Q might have teleported away, which is perfect. Okay, that cloak was nothing. Our stealth is actually excellent now, which is nice. I will pick up protection from evil actually. Uh-oh, there is a Greater Basilisk. Let's teleport him away immediately. He has a 280 damage nether attack. The Nexus Q is back. We managed to take him out, which is nice. Just make sure there's nothing scary around. This does have sound resist on it. It's maybe worth picking up because we did have where is it? We did have that Angband level guardian, the sound breath guy. Yeah, let's go kill him and then we can just finish up with that. So let's drop protection from evil at home for the moment. Let's wear that sound resistance. Pull down to Angband. Right, charged on the Arkenstone yet. Okay, it must be over on the other side of the level. Yeah, there he is. So this guy has his sound breath, which is now somewhat less dangerous since we've got ourselves some sound resistance. And I guess, yeah, we have to walk through that long corridor to get to him. Let's use the Arkenstone to light up the floor just so we can see if he comes towards us. Yep, there we go. Should be in the clear now. Reduce his max health, or his current health rather, so his sound breath will be doing very little at this point. Katana of Slaying. Slays giants. I don't think we really need that. Our current weapon is probably better. 170. 198 versus giants, I guess, but whatever, we'll just stick with the current one. It's possible we might want that for whatever the dungeon is called, which I forget, the one that has all the giants in it. But for the moment we can just leave it at home. Okay, I think I said I would quit right after we killed that guy, but I will do one more little lap in Lonely Mountain, I think. Ancient Greek, definitely fight. And that guy was guarding a rusty chainmail, which is probably nothing good. Saw there was a mature blue somewhere around here. Seem to have lost him. That's fine, we can go fight the young black dragon. Yeah, okay, there we are. Mature blue. Let's go kill that guy and the young multi-hued. We got ourselves a head of a mature blue dragon. I think that's... So our current head is 5d4, and this is 2d10, and also gives us with lightning if we want it. I think I'd rather just keep our current head. That one does have a -1 to wisdom on it. Okay, there's an ancient silver here. That's pretty dangerous. 250 inertia breath, which we cannot resist. So I think that's a good place to stop. Guess we have to kill this guy. Oh, the Lord Drake. We actually don't want to fight a Lord Drake. Okay, let's just call it here for the moment. So we've managed to hit level 30. We've managed to finish off Camelot and Lonely Mountain. That's pretty nice. And we've also managed to find ourselves some actually decent gear. So I think things are starting to turn around for this character. Looks like we're doing pretty well at the moment. But yep, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.